Yeah.
I had to get in the right mood, man. I always play Nas when I want to get in the right mood because he was such an integral part to our development as radio personalities, being that Live at the Barbecue was the first song that Sway and Tech ever played on the world-famous Wake Up Show when we started in the Bay.
Fun fact.
You know, and that was us trying to set a tone for the world to say, look, if you're going to come up on this show, this is where our lens is focused. So you got to come. You can't, you got to keep the bar, sustain the bar, or at least try to raise the bar, but you definitely can't bring the bar down. And as a result of that, a lot of artists that have come from the Bay Area have done just that. Some people, we had Too Short here not too long ago, and we had to talk about his prowess in the game, his sustainability. We had E40 here not too long ago. We had to do the same thing. Just to remind folks, and whenever I have one or a bunch or the whole collective here of this crew, they hold a special place in my heart. I want to remind the folks how great they've been in their career and continue to do so. You know him from the Hieroglyphics, from the Souls of Mischief, but he here today on the solo project. Please give it up for Tajai, ladies and gentlemen.
Tajai!
Hey, what up, baby?
Hey, what's happening?
I'm just chilling, man. When I tell y'all a story, I feel like I think it's important that we document our own trails, our own travels and journeys, and I've yet to see it done properly, especially in the Bay. And kudos to those who did the hip-hop evolution. It was okay.
I didn't see me in there.
You weren't in there?
I didn't see me in there, so who are you? Anyways, I ain't a hater, though. I ain't a hater,
hold
though.
up. Y'all, they didn't approach y'all to be in it?
I didn't see me in there. That's all I got to say. So if you come into the Bay doing a documentary on hip-hop and you don't include hieroglyphics, I question your credentials.
Wait a minute. The hieroglyphics aren't in that at all?
Not the one.
Wow.
It's good, though. We tell our own stories, right? That's why it's important to tell your own stories because, you could have posers out here who will cover everything except a huge part of town business, West Coast business, hip-hop business worldwide. It's good, though, because we are actively telling our own story on our own. We can't wait for others on the outside to come in and tell it.
And that's why it's important, because Sway and Tech's not in that either.
What the? Who put this together?
You feel me?
Yeah,
you feel me?
But I will say that they did approach. They approached me and Tech to do it, and I said, you should interview Tech. Because a lot of folks want to interview me because of the MTV stuff. I'm up front all the time and the whole nine. But if you want to talk about my history, you need to interview King Tech, who's been there every step of the way, help architect the history.
And got stories for days,
got
too.
The
Tech
best
got stories for days.
That you're ever gonna, he's going to tell you how it all happened because what made us unique is we weren't just artists. We were also the guys in the control room on radio. Yeah. We were also on CMC. We were also had the platform All City Productions where we was putting out music independently, which we now see is the way to go in this game. How have you adjusted? Because one of the things I loved about Hieroglyphics is you guys, kind of like what Wu-Tang Clan did. We had Cypress Hill here not recently, what they did. You guys were able to brand yourselves early. And
we didn't know that was what we were doing, but fortunately, that's what happened.
Yeah. And when you look at how artists are winning today, those without the record company, because eventually y'all didn't have the record company. Do you see the similarities?
Yeah, I think now branding is everything, right? Human beings think of themselves as corporations and brands, so we might have gone past the tipping point with it. But I feel like if you can, whether it's a logo, if you can associate. I mean, what is it called? Commodity fetishism or whatever. You can associate your product with a certain feeling with a human being. You got a lifelong customer. So,
you got a lifelong customer.
But then you got to keep coming with that product too. And I think a lot of guys establish brands and then they allow the brand to fall off. Like I got this Champion hoodie on. This is the old Champion hoodie. The new Champion, you know what I'm saying? No, that's kind of thing. But I still got the old Champion hoodie on.
Because you still that brand still got equity in your mind.
Oh man, this is like my Fremen suit. This is like my what is it called? My what's the guy's name?
Which one?
It's like a cape to me. Black Champion hoodie. Come on, man. Did you mix a little melanin with the Black Champion hoodie?
And it works out.
I'm gonna fly up out here right now.
You gonna fly out? I like that. Tajai he's going airborne. He's going airborne. So, are there any artists that you notice, like when you see a Tekashi 6ix9ine or you see a Travis Scott was in the news when he had the #1 album with Astro World, and people.
Right, but he was selling his shirts as a supplement as well, and that's what helped him to get to #1. And people had issue because, again, like you mentioned, branding is so at the forefront versus just the product of music itself.
But Astro World is damn near one of the best records that came out,
Right,
right?
so
So
it's
as long as you got blap, right?
you got
As long as
both.
you blapping, yeah, I'll take a T-shirt too. But I bought the record too, though. You know what I'm saying? No, I didn't get the T-shirt personally. I bought the record because I was like, whoa, I didn't even know he got down like this. I've been knocking that record.
That's a great album,
Right?
And then
Right.
he's not doing a whole lot of extra because you said sometimes he reached the tip of point, go over with it. I think he's not reaching. You know,
I think him and Cudi, as far as whatever that style is of music, are damn near like the Neo and like the middle of that matrix. A lot of dudes that ate off, I think Cudi and Travis Scott, Stilo, a lot of dudes that are even bigger than them, you know. And so I feel like as long as he knows that and stays in his zone and does his thing, he's gonna have a long career, man. I love his music, and it took my daughter getting me into it. You know what I'm saying? And me, I have to get out of my stodgy old man. It just sounds like and start listening. I'm like, oh wow, he barring up. But it's a lot of but I've been knocking the Jacquees record. I've been knocking Nip's record,
Nipsey Hussle,
and what's the record I've been knocking? Oh, Torey Lanez record.
Torey Lanez.
Man, I've been slapping these records. And I'm like, Millie rocking,
Is that your dance right there, Tajai?
Millie rocking in Tacoma, riding around the town.
Your Millie is 30.
I'm trying,
Let me see your Millie. Let me see your Millie.
little
Let me see your Millie.
feeble, little feeble, in the chair, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's sturdy in the chair, but I got,
Okay.
my stand-up ain't where it's supposed to be.
Room for improvement.
You bring up Torey Lanez. I want to ask you about him because I love Torey Lanez. I love when he comes up here. It's always entertaining. He never holds his tongue. You came up in the battle circuit, so to speak. Souls of Mischief, Hieroglyphics. You guys were known from coming off the top of the head, freestyling, like really freestyling off the top of the dome. We've seen the battle kind of morph into something else as of lately.
I'm not mad though. Like to me,
the Joyner Lucas Torey Lanez battle. What do you think it is?
Well, the what I heard was over beats, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at that, first of all, because that's hip hop, right? We rapping over beats. I think the way the battle circuit has gone is dope, but it's more like a town bard kind of Shakespearean storytelling thing. And I think that what them dudes do is masterful, but you'll never hear no songs from them dudes. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I come from a we rap over beats era. I mean, it's the same as I also come from an era where we don't make. If I make a mixtape, it's all original music. I don't rap over other. If you hear me rapping over other dudes' beats, it's live or it's on the radio.
Okay.
So it's just a different paradigm. But I think what Joyner and Torey is doing is dope. I got bars too.
Yeah.
You can't never be mad at that.
Right.
I got bars too, and then really break out some bars. But
Yeah.
you could tell by his first record and the way he constructs stuff that he almost comes from a rapper perspective and then puts the sauce on it.
Yeah.
So then, Taj, how do you feel about artists being commentators and beefing via like podcasts and radio, like we saw with Nicki Minaj and Cardi, and Nicki using her platform, with radio, and then obviously Cardi spewing on Instagram?
That is just part of how it's sold nowadays and marketed and packaged. But when we talk about all, I don't. That's extra chatter. To me, let the music speak, because in the end, y'all are musicians. That's what you do. And I want to see both of them win. I want to see Moo Fresh win too. I want to see Rock win.
Yes.
I want to see Il Camille win. You know what I'm saying? Though it's so many different sisters out here. I really think the sisters is upholding the bars the most right now. Really, when you start digging into the bars.
Yeah.
So I just want to see them all win. So all that extra stuff to me is extra. I'm also a dude. And I'm not trying to be sexist about it, but I run my mouth on Instagram or a podcast. When I see whoever I'm running my mouth about, we gonna have to really get down. It's not gonna be some like that don't matter. However, when they saw each other, that's what happened too. So I can't even. Let me retract that toxic masculine statement I just made. But I'm not gonna be talking and hyping myself up on podcasts and all that kind of stuff, because I know I'm gonna have to see you.
Yeah.
But he's turned that into an industry, and I can't be mad at that. And everybody, I hear a lot of talk about Budden because of his personality or his opinions, but his bars is solid.
Yeah.
So when his bars start becoming not solid, not sturdy, then maybe that's a chink in his armor.
But he's
but
still going.
half these dudes that Budden his beard and his girlfriend, you won't say nothing in no rap about nothing to him. Period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No, because you feel like that the way to come up is beefing and gossiping and all that. When you like, look at this dude's catalog.
Yeah.
He got mixtapes that he's forgotten about that are better than something you thinking about. And I'm not even a super Button fan. I'm just saying that you got to respect his.
You got to
his
respect his
Bartholomew,
hustle.
you know? Yeah.
Eminem said something about him in a rap. He didn't respond to that.
That's a hard, you know.
Maybe he's on a different focus now.
Maybe he's on a different focus. I saw that MGK thing, and I was like, oh MGK, I had never heard a single song by you before, and now I'm like, I might go listen to you. You kind of, you know.
I respect MGK for that.
Yeah.
You know, you got a project, two albums, Rap Noir and Trap Noir. And you put them out at the same time?
Yeah.
What was the thought behind that?
So basically, I have a group called Rap Noir, and it's me and a producer named Unjust who makes real cinematic beats. You know, when I listen to them, I feel like I'm got to get my Hitchcock on. I can't just come with the regular raps. I need to tell a story. And I mess with the youth heavy. And my daughter Siri, she makes music. You know, she gets down and all that. So I'm in these scenes where it's like I'm in the middle. You know, I'm the elder statesman in certain areas, but I'm also coming to where the youngsters is at, and I'm almost like a pupil. And so I love trap music. I love trap beats, all that. I basically put 2 versions of the album out, one with the cinematic beats and one with the trap beats. I would call it the traditional and the contemporary versions. And it's funny because the lines of who likes what, my whole fan base is hype. But the lines of who like what, it's about 32, 33, 33 and over, like the sample beats, 33 and under, like,
they like the trap noir.
They love the trap beat.
Did anybody from the older constituency go, oh man, you're reaching?
No.
You Tajai trap, come on. They didn't.
Well, when you listen to the record, it's same vocals, maybe a little bit of different effects and stuff, but it's the exact same vocals, but it's 2 completely different records. Yeah. So I actually have had older people come at me like, I never really listened to that because when they hear it, it's like they tune out. They don't hear the words. And the youngsters, when they hear a gritty sample, it's the same thing. They hear a sample and a lot of rap, and they're like, he rapping too much, and this just sounds too gritty. So the older people have actually been like, okay. You know, I haven't had anybody be like, you reaching. I really have been happy with the response from this record because I feel like I've served my entire fan base. You know, our fans now was born in 93. Yeah. You know, we be the oldest cats at the show. You know, they're 25 and under, et cetera. So they like a variety. And to be able to give them something in my own way that they love, oh, man, it's a huge feeling, man.
The projects are out right now, Rap Noir, Trap Noir. I'm going to open up the phone lines, 888-742-3345. And I'm glad you explained to me because I have listened to the projects. And I'm listening to them. I'm hearing these stories coming from a perspective that I didn't know you knew. You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, but you know, like Sway, I grew up on 82nd.
Yeah,
I live on 41st now.
Okay,
you know, I ain't even made it all the way to the lake yet.
You ain't by the
lake
what I'm
yet?
saying?
I ain't even made it to the lake yet. So if you know, unless I stayed inside my entire life, you gonna see something, right? You know how it is. The town, if y'all don't know, is a town. Like it's strided. It's cats I know who have boats and horses. It's cats I know who sell boat and horse. You feel what I'm saying? And they live on the same block. So that's kind of just how it is, you know.
That sell boat and horse.
Right.
You know,
you talk about things. I'm trying to think of was it reality or you talk about coming off of drugs and watching mothers who we've seen this in the town that end up being hooked on drugs and going to prostitution and is any of this from your own personal experience?
For sure.
Okay.
And I mean that's about as much. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As I'm gonna say because as you see, I'm 25 years deep in this.
Yeah.
This just seems like new content to me. But I'm not on here necessarily making stuff up. I'm narrating. I'm telling a story. It's not necessarily. I'm telling it a lot of times from first person. It may not necessarily be me participating, but I got family members that's gone from AIDS, from from the needle, from all kind of stuff. So, yeah.
Tajai's here, man. I want to play Executionism.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's off the Rap Noir project. Both of them are out. You want to talk with Tajai? 888-742-3345. Yeah. I like that. Bar, son. Bar, son. Unjust, huh?
Yeah, he's got blappers, man.
Where are you from?
He's from Dayton, and Dayton is a funky city, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Though they got all kind of Ohio, is a funky city. It reminds me of the Bay or something. He's got soul.
He got soul, right? We got Yashaya. How you say your name? I'm sorry. Yashaya.
Human, are you there?
Yashaya, are you there?
Where's she from?
Yo, who's line? How you say line 4? How do they say the name?
I think it's Yashaha or something.
Yashaha?
They no longer there. Let's keep it moving, Kevin.
Let's go to Jersey.
What?
Shaheed, what up,
Yeah,
man?
Shaheed.
What up, brother? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on? Hey, yo, first and foremost, hey, Sway, man. Hey, man, I got mad respect for you, man. You and Tech brought me through a lot of times, man.
Thank you, man. Thank
You know
you.
what I'm saying? I really appreciate you, man. And you just being true to the culture. That's all. Just some real shit. I mean,
that's what it is.
and
man.
I definitely, Tajai and them. I've been with them. They was always the woo. They was the woo of the West to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
West, yeah.
Two
They was the
dubs,
woo of the
huh?
West Coast. You know what I'm saying?
Double dub.
Yeah, you know what, Shaheed, they got a movie called 93 Till.
It's called Till Infinity.
I mean, excuse me, Till Infinity. My bad, Till Infinity.
Okay.
Can he buy it? Can he find it?
Yeah. You can go to the hieroglyphics.com, up and running now, 25, years, and check it out there. Or I think soulsmischief.com. They didn't took all the other names. But yeah, you can buy it directly from us there. Or, if you check us out on our socials, it's click through.
It's click through, and I'm going to tell you, you're going to find out things about them that, that the magazines didn't necessarily cover, or, some of these other platforms, man. It's a really interesting story. And you say they like the West Coast woo. They also, in many ways, man, they kind of, in my opinion, these guys were like some of the first of the 90s generation to really take matters into their hands and continue the tradition of independence that we've always done in the Bay.
Yes, sir.
So they've been very successful, even similar to, I always bring up Tech Nine, I bring up Hieroglyphics. And in the spirit of Jay Prince and Rap-A-Lot Records, that's what they've been able to do. So make sure y'all talk about that in the movie, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Because we have a long history of independence. I mean, the punk rock cats too. And the Jello Biafras and all that kind of stuff, man. We've been doing it on our own for a while in the Bay because it's insular and we make something different that maybe everybody else might not want. Now that it's got the cat's out of the bag, you see everybody else.
Everybody, they feeding off it. Cooper is in San Francisco. What you want to say, Cooper?
Hey, Coops.
Hey, what's up, Tajai? Peps boy, Cooper.
What's happening, man?
What's up, man? I just want to call in because, I fucking love the album, but everyone has to know the live show is fucking nuts. People have to see the fucking live show.
Yeah, yeah, man. I appreciate, man. When you come through, I rock the live show. My logo is a three-eyed executioner's mask, so I rock in the black suit with the executioner's mask on. It's funny because I'm getting new fans that don't even know it's me. It's a trip.
Really?
Yeah. I'm rocking a full mask. It's almost it's ill. It's like a
so
story.
Rap Noir, they don't know that you're a member of the group, or they don't know it's. What do you mean?
They don't know that it's Tajai from Hieroglyphics.
Because he got the mask on.
And I'm open. I'm now coming out as a new artist. I was like, look, I'm coming full underground. I'm starting as a new artist. So I'm opening for cats that normally would open for Souls of Mischief or a Hyro. Yeah, wow. And it's dope because it's I'm gaining new fans.
Do you go by a different name than Tajai behind the mask, or you don't?
I don't. I'm just the voice behind the mask.
Huh. Did you ever have to put your ego in check at all? Because like you mentioned, you're opening for people who would have opened for you.
I think surviving this long,
yeah,
I'm just happy to be around. You know what I'm saying? Though I mean, the paper-wise, like I've made investments. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. Actually, I gave an architecture talk downtown at the Center for Architecture on LaGuardia. They have an awesome hip hop and architecture exhibit that's going down. So I'm an architectural designer in my real life, and I've made investments. I just opened a new hotel down in Panama called Hibiscus Garden.
Okay.
So, so if anything would be an ego blow, would be the change in the amount of paper because Rap Noir is not a draw like even Tajai or Souls of Mischief is. But aside from that, this is the lifeblood.
Yeah.
I want to be the first dude to open the night up and get the crowd hype and be like, yo, who was that? That it gives me another chance to do that, and that's awesome to me.
Nice.
Yo, Wonder, do something. Rub that for me. Hey, man, I was hoping, man. I know you came in here with at least 16 bars.
At least.
Didn't you?
Oh, yeah, I got something.
The
90s beats, huh? All right, shit. We're going to kick it cool then. All right, check it out.
That's Sway the Morning Shade 45. Tajai is here.
Yeah. I'm thinking about legacy and if I'm up out of here. Do you ever think about when you out of here, you plan? What's your plan? Black man, is you finna keep letting these crackers fuck you in the ass? You's a coward. And misunderstand the fundamental use of power as practiced in these ivory towers. See, they gave your ass Jesus on some turn the other cheek shit. When have these demons ever turned the other cheek shit? They vicious, they warlike, they witches, they warlocks. Honestly, where that? Tell her ain't the time to put down your Glock. Live it, keep bustin'. Niggas keep fucking. Pass them devices, tell your kids to read something. Every single day we penitentiary ducking. Boy, I got lawyers. What you think I'm just lucky? Ain't that much luck in the world, and that's a pearl. Get your dough, tuck it and burl, nigga be thorough. Observe the code and crack it. Don't get so deep that you can't be extracted. That's when you a liability and not an asset. The whole motherfucking op go down in ashes. Woo! It's things that I can't tell you. It's rules to the shit. It's game that I can't sell you. Be true to the script and I swear it won't fail you. But bend a couple corners just in case the beast tailed you. Yeah, make it to home base safe. Leave all that hot shit outside my gates. I'm finna lay it down, but I have mama leave you a plate. And wear something loose, cause in the morning we finna train us. Yeah, one thing before I go. Can't call it a conspiracy when everybody know. You scared. What's your plan, my man? Let's do it. Damn.
Tajai! Rap Noir. Pick up the project, Trap Noir.
Yeah.
You can follow him on social media at
Rap Noir.
There it is, man. Get the movie, get the projects. You going on tour?
Yeah, I'm gonna go out, man. Anybody that wants to go out too, you know what I'm saying? I wanna go out with the Necros, I wanna go out with the Breesley Bruins, I wanna go out with the Young Edos, you know what I'm saying, though? The Mayhem Lawrence. This is a hardcore rap record. I wanna be out there with dudes that's hard with bars.
There it is, man. And I'm sure that's gonna happen, man. Always good to see you, brother.
Hey, appreciate it,
All right, man.
One
Thank
love.
you. And I'm in his movie too.
Yes,
Tell Infinity.
all
so
up in there.
I'm all up in there. So make sure y'all get that. And we're gonna end. Let me see what I want to play. I want to play Imagination from Trap Noir.